I was good, you two. Welcome back to the by Adin Ross interview with the biggest hater, full string. About to watch the full thing. I want to see how Aiden. I haven't watched Aiden stream since a long time ago. I've been watching a little 5 minute cancer, trying to get cancer and all that, bro. All that. Before we get started, y'all already know for a free take.
Aiden, how you doing?
I've been better, man. How about you?
So which one of his haters?
No, I'm just kidding. Life is great, bro. I can't complain. Everything's amazing.
This
That's
nigga
good
look
to hear,
like
man.
Wolverine
I
at the
think
bottom.
we've all been better, right? Probably.
This nigga like Wolverine.
No, life is actually really good right now. Like I'm
Oh,
actually.
sorry, I forgot. I'm not supposed to jump in. Sorry, guys. I'm a streamer. I forgot. You know, it's not about me.
If you interject too much, I'm gonna ask you questions about kick, if that's fair.
No, it's not fair.
Freaking A. All right. Well, I want to, Aiden, just so you
Aiden
know,
Ross got some
I have a
haters.
real quick opening question. And
probably
you can get the
looking
hardball
big.
stuff if you want to.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to do a quick little serious question about like your come up in your childhood. For any serious fans out there, obviously you've had a pretty big rise over this past couple of years. Would you mind just quickly for fans out there, kind of retracing the steps of where you came from and then
Ever
where
since
you are
Aiden
now?
been on his
Yes.
journey and his journey in general, bro, you could tell.
Played 2K. Then I did E-Dates.
Ever since I'm telling y'all, hit the break you feel so much happy, bro. Aiden not sad no more. He not depressed no more, bro. He feeling literally, genuinely. He look like he happy. And he making it for the camera, bro, because he started working out. He started becoming the best version.
I would think when I talked to LeBron on the mic, back in NBA 2K20, I talked to LeBron on the microphone. So that was huge. It hit SportsCenter, hit a lot of stuff.
LeBron James.
And would you say so? 2K was kind of your start. Then you brought in some celebrities / rappers and really blew up that way as well. E-Dates. What would you call
hot tub streams? Yeah.
What would you call like the current phase you're in then, compared to all that stuff? Like you kind of just.
I feel like now, bro, I'm just like on some shit now where I'm kind of over like chasing accolades and milestones that certain like hitting like certain viewer peaks and stuff like that. I'm just really on some shit now where I'm just trying to build brands up and I'm trying to find what I enjoy most now in my life. Because now I've kind of adapted to stuff and I've kind of been through. You have a little echo in your. I think you should have to lower your headphones.
We got echo on my end, guys. Am I echoing when I talk or just when you speak?
Test. You're good now.
We're good?
Yeah. Wait. Hello. Yeah, it's just when I talk.
Is that gonna bother everybody? Can we figure that out or no?
Do this.
It's because Aiden got an empty room with stuff. Have that.
This. Pull the mic away from your face, like maybe like 3-4 inches.
Maybe like right here.
Talk, Aiden.
Yo, test. Yo.
Do it again. Test again.
Yo. It's good now.
That's better.
It's good.
We're good now?
How you gonna
Chad,
be
do I roast him right now?
You
Yes
can
or no?
also, if it's still an issue, you can turn the gain
I'm
down
not
a little
going to.
bit because what's happening
No, it's good.
is
It's good. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So which one the
I got
the alleged hater?
pretty easily.
Right now where my life is, I'm very in a good spot. I wanna start building stuff. I wanna build my brands up. I wanna build some companies. I just wanna start building. And it's a different place than where I was a year or two ago.
And so, would you say like where you're at right now? Do you feel like in your streaming / content creation career, do you feel like you've made it to the point that you wanted to make it to, and so you're gonna focus on other things?
Yeah, bro. I'm at the point now where I would say I'm not as hungry as I was when I was coming up. So I'm in a spot now where I can finally say I've kind of made a pretty good lane for myself. I made some good shit happen.
Now I think he realized. I mean, that's not really. I'm about to say that it's better to have this like income outside of
A certain amount of money, getting so many
businesses,
viewers,
agencies,
so much fame along the way.
drop shipping,
Do you
all that.
think that has kind of changed your regards towards not really caring what kind of content you put
Chad,
out?
is kicked out or no?
You're willing to
Why's my shit freezing?
say a lot more things than you previously would, back in the 2K days? Or has
Real
that
quick,
always been,
Aiden.
has that always been you?
Wait, Aiden, real quick. Let me make a clear distinction for you, Aiden. Okay, he's not saying are you in a don't give a fuck. So there's a difference, right? You are generally a I don't give a fuck type of content creator, right? What he's trying to correlate and connect is he's saying has the money and the success turns you into someone that doesn't give a fuck about the quality of content. So you're willing to spew whatever shit you want out
Okay.
there because you don't care.
No,
Yeah.
So
not
be
the
careful
quality,
with that.
Not necessarily the quality. Not necessarily
Just
the
be
quality.
careful with that answer.
So look,
trust me.
I'll just tell you straight up. I just signed the biggest streaming deal of all time out of any creator, as far as I know, and it feels amazing. I'm blessed, bro, and now I just want to take time to really capitalize off that and give back to people and give back to people who are in need and bless the fuck out of everyone I can. So I'm at a point, man, for my content. You know, I really want to figure out ways to really give back and bless the fuck out of a lot of lives and change people's lives and shit.
W8.
Okay, so you're obviously talking about your deal with Kick. You're saying your deal with Kick is the biggest streaming contract deal that you know of? Like you're bigger than
I mean,
Ninja.
did you not hear him
Nick
dirty
Merckx.
shirt?
We're
I mean,
talking about some huge
I'm
deals.
not going to go into specific numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's the
It's
biggest,
crazy how bad I
biggest
was.
streaming
Y'all
deal
know
of all
got to
time.
my
I
t-shirt
signed
says,
it.
bro.
Train the lawyer. You got anything to say? Or we can't know numbers, can we?
No, it's bigger than all those people
Is
you
that
named.
Train at the bottom?
Really? Because I heard numbers, rumors wise. Obviously, Ninja was public and Nick Merckx stuff. So you guys are saying this is the biggest stream. Kick signing Adin Ross is the biggest streaming deal we have seen to date that we know of.
It gets messy when it's just streaming deal because there's a bundle of things in there, but what I will say, the amount is more than all those people. Yes.
Okay, interesting. Can you go into details about the bundle and what that contract, at least?
It's my lawyer, man. My lawyer wants to.
Can you specify any of those details? Because obviously with the
Wait, is he over Kick? I'm confused.
typical streamer contract like Ninja to Mixer, Nick Merckx back to Twitch, these gigantic deals, probably a bit different than a Kick contract. Can you describe to people out there what that contract might be made up of? Because you said bundle. I don't know what that means exactly.
Well, I wasn't there. I'm just saying what was relayed to me. So no, I cannot.
Gotcha. And nothing from Adin either?
No, sir. Move on to the next question, please.
Awesome. So the come up is great, right? Obviously, I think you have a great come up story. I think a lot of people do. You had that hunger.
Who is the owner of Kick?
Rise and grind from the 2K days, and you've done some great things in the space. So that brings us to these last couple of weeks, right? That have been
Trainwreck. I mean, not Trainwreck. Chris Rogers.
And I think it's fair to say controversial. Have been
No.
You don't think it's been controversial the last couple of weeks?
I don't think it's been controversial, bro. I don't
think it's been controversial.
No.
You don't think anything you've done in the last month?
Oh, no. No, I thought you were talking about the specific thing I just did. No, for sure, I've done things that I admit, like, in the past couple weeks, I could have been a better person about it and not done it. And I'll bring it up myself, bro, because I know you're going to already bring it up. The porn thing, again, that's just something that I got to be better, and I took accountability on that. It's whack as fuck. And, you know, I guess, man, where I got pissed off was there's other people doing that too, even in worse ways, and I was the only one to get reported on and go trending for. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that makes it great. I'm not saying I should be canceled out completely, but I took accountability for that, bro. You know, what I did was not right? But again, I think it's just not. It wasn't fair to see me completely get caught in flames from it, but other people can let it just slides and nobody reports it and talks about it.
Can you give examples of
No,
other people you're
I'm
talking
not.
about?
I'm not a snitch. I'm not going to rat people out. I'm not going to throw other people under the bus. That's not my job to do. But
why he getting frustrated? He getting frustrated. Like
about
he getting
throwing other
frustrated.
people under the bus. That's not my job to do. But I'm gonna stay in my lane. But that's just what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, it's got to be consistent. If you're gonna report things, I think it should be consistent on both ends, on many ends. Because I know you have friends. I know you have friends in this shit. I know you do, bro. And that's cool. I get it. But I just think it should be consistent with everything you report.
But you also help me understand, because you got to understand from my perspective. You're Adin Ross in front of, what was it, 80,000 viewers. You're not just a typical streamer at that point. You are one of the top streamers.
Yeah.
Then also doing that. So do you not expect headlines to be made when a top streamer does that, as opposed to, and like you said, this is done, right? There are things that should not be on Twitch. There are things that should not be on Kick. This happens with streaming platforms.
For sure.
But of course, when Adin Ross in front of 80 to 100,000 people pulls up that, why? Of course that's going to be covered. So I understand what you're saying. It's not always equal, but when you are the streamer that you are held to certain accountability
Standards. I agree with you on that. And look, and I'm gonna cut you off there. I learned my lesson, man, and I understand that now. you know, and that's
Yeah.
something that I told
Fuck cancel culture.
myself I got to be better and I got to be a better leader. And that's something that I'll never make a mistake about again. Intentionally, I'll never
I fuck with this new Adin taking accountability, bro.
intentionally pull up porn
like
like ever again. I don't even watch porn, bro. In the clip, I said I don't condone this. My whole chat was spamming it. It's kind of like a little like lure, and I give in my chat a lot, and they know that. So, but again, bro, no excuse. That's just full on accountability I got to take, and that's something I closed it out.
Wait, what am I missing? He was watching porn with the chat.
Immediately after that, I didn't open it back up.
I'm gonna add real quick. I'm gonna add to that real quick. The pulling porn up to a younger audience is definitely weird as hell. Okay.
Yeah,
definitely
for sure it
weird.
is.
But
he did.
This standard set, because you're a larger creator, is made by a bunch of insecure, unsuccessful people that want some sort of power held over people doing better than them.
That's a good ass point. Is that Trainwreck at the bottom? I don't know who the hell.
Made up imaginary thing by all of you that to try and put some sort of power.
Oh God,
over
W Train
creators
chat
that you don't like, that don't match storylines and fit narratives. I think it's ridiculous. The fact that all of you are deciding to take responsibility for what a 16-year-old should watch that is watching is not your job and is arrogant and it's showing of a superiority complex that you do-gooders think you have. You don't. It is the parents' responsibility. When I was 12, I was uploading LimeWire porn left and right. This idea that if somebody sees the porn page, it suddenly scar them and give them PTSD and trauma is virtue signaling at worst. It's virtue signaling. It's ridiculous. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Am I allowed to respond to that, Train? Or
yes?
But it is.
Okay.
I never knew this how this nigga look. Feel like
I
fucking
can't
Wolverine.
speak for everyone publicly, but when you have such a big streamer, and you said a lot there, so it's hard. I don't want to unpack everything. I want to focus on Adin, and I'm sure you understand that.
Of course.
But I think that the public would then be like, okay, Adin Ross has 80,000, 100,000 viewers. And like you said, you know, some of these are, maybe a lot of these are people who have already been exposed to that kind of thing. It wasn't their first experience through Adin Ross on a kick stream. I think the public, and especially when it comes to these news outlets, right, they like to focus on, okay, well, there could have been a 9-year-old. There could have been a 12-year-old. And the first time they discover these kind of things is through their favorite streamer, Adin. And that is problematic. I can't. Are you really?
Yeah. Okay. I think the scenario they saying is Adin showed porn in his chat on Kick. Is that true? Y'all let me know in the comments or not, bro. I think that's what they saying. It sounds like what he did or whatever. And I think he was apologizing for that or whatever. Bro, do y'all not know? Even if Adin wasn't in stream, you don't think porn was gonna be, bro? Porn is everywhere. Porn is gonna get found, especially by a kid. It's free 99. In school, I found about porn. I found about porn in like 3rd grade. Bro. On my grandma Android searching that shit up because I heard about it at school. The older kids were talking about it. You gotta watch these videos. You gotta watch. Oh yeah, you gotta watch porn, bro. I don't think it's fair to say that it's just Adin fault for exposing them to that, which he should have never done, which he apologized for. He shouldn't never did that if that is what he did, bro. But I mean, they gonna get exposed to it anyways, in my opinion, bro. Because porn is everywhere, bro. Porn is everywhere. They got the kids' mamas at school, not the only fans around.
Really faulting a news outlet for covering such an.
I'm not faulting a news outlet. I'm not
faulting. Train, can I add in real quick? But it's so ironic to me though when you guys say that, and then like you guys will post it. So it's like it's just so ironic to me because you guys will be like, wow, he just exposed this to his viewers. But then you make a tweet, you get what I'm trying to say? And then it's like exposing more attention to it. It's ironic. It's ironic to me. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
It's an interesting point. It's an interesting point.
I have to add in and answer this real quick. I'm going to answer your question since you just added that in. So,
where was the news outlet when all of this? Where the news outlets at for this? Right? Where the news outlets for this? Explain to me. Where the news outlets? Where's the news outlets? Working on the devil. Oh, this is perfectly fine. Oh yeah, we're not gonna take this off any platform. We're not gonna. Hey, let's post Lil Nas X. Let's push him because he's a good influence. Look at it. This haram. Oh, fucking haram. Welcome to the real world, folks. Welcome to the fucking real world.
2 things. First, Adin, you brought up a very good point, right? And I'll give you an example of that, right? For most of the Andrew Tate stuff, right? I didn't look at it at all. I just said, yo, you know, certain things I don't agree with, right? I didn't bring it up. You guys, and along with other political streamers, bring it up and put just as much as exposure and give just as much of a platform. It doesn't matter if Hassan is saying, oh, no, this guy is not a role model. He has to assume when he brings it up for the content and the hype of it, right? There is going to be a percentage of viewership that converts to Andrew Tate from him bringing it up. So to me, that's all virtue signal bullshit saying, oh, we need to report this. No, if you truly think it's dangerous, you make a comment, but you don't platform the exact clip and the exact showing of the content or the person. But anyways, let me get back to your to answer your question. You were saying the
He
public.
made the only point I really understood was when I think he was saying when he reacted to Andrew Tate or something like that, Andrew Tate game mode fans or whatever. I don't know.
Let's fix that. It's not the public. The general public is actually completely fucking reasonable. There are usually middle left, middle right people going about their day. They don't think someone who says something 8 years ago is truly this or that. They're pretty reasonable people. Who you're referring to is the vocal minorities you pander to. They're vocal minorities. They're only on Twitter. They're only on social media. They're not the general public's opinion. Most people are neutral.
That is a good ass point. I know what he's saying. That's a good ass point. The minority is louder than a majority for some reason. Council culture, all these extra. I don't know why they so damn loud. They louder than the Republican. That's a good point.
Decent people. You understand? Those vocal minorities you're referring to that say, oh, this, I'm offended by this. That's bullshit, okay? And if you step outside your house, you'll realize that.
Yeah, that's just the Twitter demons, and that's just the trolls. And
no one knows what the fuck's going on here. Secondly, I think it's the parents' responsibility completely. Because once we get to the place of, oh, Adin pulled up the porn site, and let me say, it is weird. But once we get there, where does the line get drawn? Are we going to start saying, okay, well, this is a 9-year-old. We have a kick streamer that's saying vote for Donald Trump. We need to also censor that because we don't want a 9-year-old getting influenced to vote for Donald Trump based off some nutcase saying this and that and that, right?
But a 9-year-old can't.
That's a good ass point. By the way, Adin did take accountability and said that his shit was good. He should never done that. He learned that, right? That's a good training. I like that. Bro, that's a good ass. Bro, so what he's saying is it's up to what the parents let their kids watch. From the jump, let's be honest. Fuck the porn situation. Adin was acting gay, sitting on niggas' laps, twerking, all of this weird stuff, bro. Being gay with grown men, all of this weird stuff. Nobody said nothing about that, and they had hella kids watching. Nobody said a thing about that. It's all up to what the parents let their kids watch. When are we gonna put the responsibility on the parents? Well, yeah, it's still Adin fault to a degree, which he takes accountability for, and I'm pretty sure he's not gonna do it again, right? But at the end of the day, it starts from the parents. The parents put the phone in the kid's face. Huh, kid, Happy Christmas. I say Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas at 5, 6 years old, and we're gonna give you an iPhone, and you could download and watch whatever you want and do whatever you want. It's not, bro. Blame the fucking parents. Bro, y'all don't watch y'all kids. All the parents watch. Y'all don't watch y'all kids. The moment y'all get off work, y'all just go straight to sleep, or y'all do. Y'all don't spend no time with y'all kids. Y'all kids are spending time with everything else.
Can't vote.
It doesn't matter. It's the early indoctrination of those political beliefs that end up leading him to a political ideology by 18 or 21, right? That's the argument that would be given. It wouldn't be, oh, he can't vote. It would say he's slowly being groomed to vote for a political party. The line never stops. You guys keep wanting more and more and more. Hold on. You keep wanting more and more and more until you can mold the public, i.e. Twitch's public, into exactly what you want, the control
That's the type of
you want over them, which is this perfect, ideal person that can't do what he wants. Like, it's ridiculous. It is a reach. It is not reasonable, and it only stems from people who are jealous, insecure, and petty. Thank you.
I totally get what you're saying.
It's the Trainwreck fitting. Who the fuck? Why y'all continue well spoken?
I won't dive into all of that, but God, you bring up.
Also, this is the Adin Ross biggest hater. I mean, I know the title is obviously clickbait and stuff like that. I doubt he actually hate Adin. You know, he probably just dislike the content he posts.
Great talking points of like, I feel like this would go way longer than it needed to if we discussed all these points. But just really quick, you said there's a line drawn, right? And certainly there has to be. But we're talking about a top streamer who showed porn to a potential child audience.
He showed the front page.
All right, I get it. I showed the front page of porn. Listen, let me talk. Let me talk.
Aiden, you getting emotional. Come on, you're in a debate right now. Boy, you getting emotional, bro. The first person that get emotional in a debate, bro, is always the loser. Don't respond off feelings. Respond off logic.
I'm your lawyer. I'm
Jake,
answering
Jake,
your
hold
lawyer.
on, bro. Hold on, Jake. Hold on, because this is about me, right? So, Jake, let me just say this, bro. Please.
Let's move,
For the
move
past,
on. Too.
for the past, Jake, for the past 2 months, I've been telling the kids to get in the gym and motivating them to eat healthy.
A good point. That's a good point. It's not just that. Oh, so he didn't actually show them porn. He showed the front page of a porn website. Whatever. Cool. The kids was, bro, them 9-year-old, 10-year-old, they know what porn is anyway. Aiden was acting gay, worked on niggas, but porn star did hot tub streams, but not just Aiden. They seeing that stuff in general. This nigga made some good points. Why don't nobody talk about the good he's doing for the kids? Why nobody talk about how he telling them to stop whacking out? Stop how about I say I just lost my train. Y'all ever just go blank minded when you about to say some facts? Start working out, start becoming the best person, start hitting the gym. Nobody talk about that.
Do push-ups and stay abstinent and focus on themselves and better themselves, but you guys, you and Dexter, you never report on that. You never report on that type of stuff. Why? Why do you only report? Hold on, let me talk. I'm gonna let you talk, bro.
That's a good ass point, bro. So they got a podcast where they talk about. Well, they talked about Aiden. This is.
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you have it. I understand that my role is to be a leader and to lead my audience, into the right direction. I get that, but I'm just saying you gotta be consistent with what you post about me, bro. It's not fair that if you have an Aiden Ross J. Lucky, it's only negativity. You get what I'm saying?
So he is a hater.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
That's what sells, Adin.
I know it does.
I will say.
It's true. That's why the title. That's why the title of this video gonna be clickbaited for some reason, and that's how the market responds to it. And that's what. Yeah, like you said, that's what sells. Negativity, bro. I mean, obviously my videos, I'll take whatever y'all take from it. Y'all take. You always, if you see, even most YouTubers with a positive message, they always gotta put the title as somewhat clickbait or the thumbnail as somewhat controversial or whatever. Just attention, because that's what the market responds to. If you was to put this interview, Aiden Ross have conversation. Aiden Ross have conversation podcast. It probably would be like Aiden Ross interview with the biggest hater full stream. That's gonna do.
I before you had.
But hey, hating on people do sell. That's why I don't hate on nobody. That's probably why I'm not rich.
Gone on this crazy outspurt these past couple months. I covered a viewership record of yours, and that stuff doesn't necessarily get seen, and that's okay. It's a one-off post, right? But the thing is, Aiden, if you had gone off and you'd gone on this whole health kick and bettering yourself for a certain period of time without then doing this controversial stuff, that would be the focus, and that's just my perspective. All right.
I get it. And again, that clip was out of context, bro. I looked at my chat, they were spamming it. And again, it's wrong. I'm telling you it's wrong. I looked at my chat, they were spamming it. And what I did was I gave in. Okay, I gave in. I pulled it up for 15 seconds. I said, we're not watching this. I don't condone this. I don't watch porn. Clicked off and never went back on it. It's still wrong.
So he didn't even much promote watching porn. Hold on.
I said, we're not watching this. I don't condone this. I don't watch porn. Clicked off and never went back on it.
He said he don't condone this shit. He not watching. He not promoting porn. So what's the problem here? Wait, I'm confused. I was under the impression of that he pulled up the porn video to watch chat. That's what I was under the impression. But he pulled it up for 15 seconds, exit off, and said we don't watch this shit. What's the harm in that? Fuck.
It's still wrong. Listen, I get it. It's still wrong. I understand that. I don't watch porn. I still preach, do not watch porn. I get it, bro. It makes me look like a fucking psychopath because I just said Twitch should ban soft porn. I get it. And then boom, I pulled up. I understand. But what I'm trying to tell you is it just doesn't make sense.
Can I say one thing just for the overall kick stuff? The line is porn though. So porn is banned, right? Nudity banned. Hate speech banned. A lot of people think freedom of speech is hate speech. It is not. Do you understand? So these hard R's, these derogatory.
Wait, so chat, when you go on my stream, does it say 18 plus or not?
Jewish people and other. Hey, shut the fuck up right now. Till you hear the nigga talk, shut your bitch ass. And me, boy.
Things, these are all bannable. Your accounts will get banned.
Hey, follow me on Kick, by the way. PV2 Famous on Kick and PV2 Famous on Twitch. We stream on both of those every single day. Follow me on Rumble as well. We upload on Rumble every day. We upload on this channel, and I'm out.
To get a moderation and partnership team in place, once we get people to be viewing chat all the time, listen, L me all you want, but there is a difference between freedom of speech and hate speech, and hate speech will not be tolerated, and it's that simple. So porn, nudity, hate speech, death, gore, shit like this, these are the lines. I want a more free platform, but there has to be a line that's not drawn. Go ahead, Jake.
Thank you. This is going to be Adin. It's going to be a one-off, all right? Just because of recency. That's it. Just based off what Train just said, last night you had a kid on with a face mask that had the Nazi symbol, some slurs on it too.
Yeah.
Train, is that going to be allowed in the future?
By the way, let me answer that first because I know Train's gonna have his own thing to say. I had him on, right? And my thing is,
I didn't cover it, by the way, just so you know. I'm curious how this all works out.
Dude, I don't condone that shit at all. I get it. He was on my stream. I understand that. I closed it off after a minute. I was trying to be like, what the fuck is your problem? Why the fuck why are you doing this? I was trying to be like, basically see what's in his brain, pick his thoughts to see why he's even doing this in the first place. I'm not here to be like, brother, you're so fucking cool. Oh my God, come on my stream and let's fucking talk. Like fuck all these people. No, I'm Jewish myself. I don't know if you knew that or not. And I obviously don't condone that shit. Okay, I'm very big on that. My whole family is. But I was trying to pick his thoughts. Okay, this Nazi shit. I gotta be better again, and my moderation team's gotta be better. We're not gonna have Nazis on my stream, bro. Okay, we're not gonna do that. The kid quickly Discord call, boom. It was weird as fuck. Closed off. That was it. I didn't talk to that kid after that since he's blocked on everything. Go ahead, Trent. I'll let you go. I already know what you're gonna say. But go ahead.
I think you covered it. I mean, if you're not going to do it again, that's the important part to understand the issue. That was a mistake.
Train already explained it. The Kick TOS hate speech is not allowed, bro. We're not here to bring people, to bring hate and negativity and any of that stuff.
They're allowing people to speak freely, bro. Hate speech, hard R's, that type of thing. You cannot speak how you want to speak on Twitch. You can't be saying simp. You can't be saying any really political views that they disagree with. You can't be promoting coming to best friend yourself. You can't promote what bro, that's not freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is what this man talking about right now, bro. That's freedom of speech. And it's not hate speech. Automatically when somebody has freedom of speech, they just think that somebody just hate. No, just want to speak freely. Like, cause I know I gotta censor myself most of the time when I'm Twitch streaming and I'm on YouTube too. I can't say what I really want to say sometimes, bro. That's why y'all follow me on Kick and follow me on Rumble. Cause sooner or later, when we start popping on there, I'm gonna just say whatever the fuck I want to say on this.
Bro, like we're
That's the exclusive stuff.
Love and positivity. Freedom of speech is a thing on here. Like Train, you split it up and you made it sound great when you were talking about on your stream. Freedom of speech is allowed, but hate speech is never allowed, bro. We don't fuck with that shit, bro.
And you say that, and I'm just speaking from my perspective of the clips I keep on seeing of the people that you either put on a Kick stream that have been very hateful or have had similar things like that kid we just talked about. So at what point do you finally say,
it takes time.
I got to get off Omegle. I got to stop doing this kind of stuff.
No, hold on.
Do you guys at least understand why I'm a bit confused by that part?
Yeah, I think you're a bit confused by that part because you believe Twitch is the only way and the best way to do things. I disagree with that completely.
That's an interesting
you understand?
perspective. Can you expand on that?
That's all it is.
Can you expand on that?
I think it explains itself.
Well, obviously a platform has to have a TOS and that kind of restrictions for
and
a
it
reason.
does.
Yeah, it can have TOS without trying to, bro. We all know the real with Kick. I say Kick, Twitch, and you can't speak on what you want to. On Kick, you can speak on the vaccine. You can speak on political views. You can speak on whatever. We all know that, bro. You say some of that shit on Twitch, up out of there. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. You up out of there. Shout out Kick and shout out Rumble.
Yeah, and I just told you.
Hey, follow me on both of those
things, but I think context actually matters. So what I mean by that is, right? If Adin, he could have made a better decision early on by not bringing the individual on, but let's say he's on Omegle, right? And his context and his intention is to just do Omegle content, and somebody pops up that says some really hateful shit.
How was that his fault?
I think the context matters. If he immediately closes it out, says, guys, this is not appropriate. Do not follow this. You will be banned in my community. This is not okay. I will not tolerate this behavior. He closes it out quickly and goes to the next person. That is actual context. That is actually giving someone.
Yeah, how can he control somebody else? What the
the benefit of the doubt and allowing them to continue. The problem is, in today's world on the internet, everyone wants to assume the worst. They want to assume Adin meant to do that. He's a racist, transphobe, homophobic person, blah, 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 blah. Context actually matters. Twitch released a context actually matters clause, but it's never followed. It's followed through some bullshit political bias based on who their teachers' pets are. It's ridiculous, and I think it's fucking bullshit. But that's my answer.
Okay, cool. I mean, that was good. We are ready to move on. Next question.
Go ahead.
And fried. Train frying his shit, bro. Aiden not doing that bad at speaking. He just gotta upgrade with the same thing I gotta upgrade, and I've been working on 2 vocabulary. I've been working on hearing new words. Like whenever I hear a word I don't know, because I like to write to a lot. Y'all know I like to watch a lot of controversial shit. Podcasts in general, like this, big words and shit, you know. The moment I don't hear a word that I don't know, bro, I just automatically look it up, bro. Hey Siri, what's this? What's that? You know, expand the vocab a little bit.
Awesome. Thanks for expanding.
If Aiden expands vocabulary,
eye-opening stuff hearing from your perspective versus mine. Aiden, what's the most money you've ever made from a gambling deal?
I need a bit.
Lawyer.
I mean, fuck it. I believe in transparency. If you want to say how much you got paid, you can say how much you got paid. As far as my, me feeling how someone with a younger demographic should be on a deal or not, that's something I can argue because I don't think, but if you want to say how much you got paid, you can say how much you paid. I don't think, fuck, I mean, people will probably get pissed at us, but I don't think that's a bad thing to say. Like what you've been paid a week before.
I don't think you should have said. It's not your business. I mean, it's not their business. Not the public business.
He's pocket watching. Sounds like some hating shit. Next question.
Okay, next. All right.
Fair enough. I know you already said earlier you can't say it, but I got to ask, how much is Kick paying you for the deal? You can just go ahead and say no comment.
Pocket watching.
I'll say this, okay? Don't listen to that Adin updates page, okay? That motherfucker bullshitting. That motherfucker is bullshitting.
How these niggas want to know everybody's source of income, how much he made from this? Damn nosy. Mind y'all damn business.
Get 150 million for the next 2 years?
No, bro. No. I never publicly stated that, by the way.
Don't listen to that Adin Updates channel for the numbers, okay? He's just that my man is putting like factual shit on there and then using like 3 factual statements to back up a 4th bullshit one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Adin Updates is funny though. He's funny. He
is funny. I mean, the dude seems chill, but I wouldn't trust everything that's on that page.
I'm not making a $150 million 2-year deal. No, that's not real.
Okay. More of a serious question for Adin. Have you ever pictured a future for yourself, and this is no offense meant, right? We've seen this with Mixer as well. If Kick were to fail, either in the near future, the far future, with your pending ban, supposedly permanent on Twitch, have you ever thought about like your future? Have you ever had a fear? I mean, you don't strike me as the kind of guy that fears the future, but have you ever actually sat back and thought about, all right, if Kick doesn't work out, what do I do next?
That's why he said that he started and trying to build a brand and business, bro. That's what I was saying earlier, bro. That's why I think it's very smart. That's why I'm trying to work on scaling up my agency right now, bro. Getting more clients and getting a bread, having that really as equivalent income with this shit too, bro. Because at any given time or whatever, bro, anything can happen with content, bro. But it's always good to have something to fall back on. And me personally, I just like a lot of things. So we're gonna have a Twitch, Kick, Rumble, 3 YouTube channels, Farm Pill 2, our podcast, have the agency, that's 5 income, viewed,
and I got this.
Scale up, over time.
I think the better question is, do all those Twitch streamers that have died on the hill of Twitch with their protected contracts, have they thought about that question? If Twitch fails, because right now Twitch is deeply into the red. God knows what's happening in the next 1 to 2 years with Twitch Prime. God knows what's happening with the splits and all the other things. So the better question is that should be directed at everyone else at Twitch and the bigger streamers that are protected by contracts that won't put anything on the line for the smaller and mid-sized creators. Are they prepared to die on the hill of Twitch and close all their other avenues off? Because who knows what's going to happen there?
Yep.
Thank you.
That's their only stream of
a
income.
great answer, but Adin, the first question.
That's most of their main income. It's
what he just said, but I'll add on that. Like I said, man, I'm not
no,
worried
you do
about the future.
Bro, Trey look like he could be Adin, brother. I know I'm not tripping. Tell me they don't like they could be brothers. I know I'm not tripping. same mama, different daddy. But they just get out the same vibe.
Said, but I'll add on that. Like I said, man, I'm not worried at all about the future. I think I'll figure it out. I think no matter what, where I'm at, I'm able to maneuver myself out of problems, and I've been doing that throughout my whole life, man. So, like I said, I'm very blessed, man. I signed the biggest streaming deal of all time, and I'm just here to spread positivity, and I'm here to give back and change lives somehow, some way. I'm gonna figure it out, right? And I think that's what I'm on right now. So, if stuff's gonna get in the way, if I'm gonna get speed bumps, obstacles, then I'll get around it, and I'll still figure out what I want to do. It won't fail, bro. I'm bringing all my friends over. We got a lot of cool shit planned, and like I said, bro, we have a platform that genuinely listens and wants to see, we want that want to see every creator succeed on this shit.
To be fair to Jake's point, Adin, I've told you this before as well. I would definitely take a little, I would, take some caution, because at the end of the day, like, you gotta always make sure you're good. You know what I'm saying? So don't burn all bridges.
Yeah.
These things are important to always keep. Like, what I mean? Even I myself understand that. So Jake's not entirely wrong on that aspect or that regard, but yeah, you're right. I think it will be just fine, but you shouldn't burn all bridges in pursuit of that.
And one thing I do want to say, though, people think that Kick is gonna fail like Mixer. The thing is, Twitch was at its all-time peak when Mixer came out. Now I feel like Twitch is making stupid decisions such as the ad shit, where they're making creators spam ads and basically, taking like a lot of like cuts that are unnecessary and just all these things, man. I think Twitch is dying. So now that Kick
taking on my fucking
can come into play and offer what Twitch can't, especially for small creators trying to make a living off this shit. Now they're kind of getting threatened, and all the big creators getting signed to multi-million-dollar deals. Now they can really like kind of start to panic, because now is a perfect time for Kick to come in and swoop and give him some competition. And we're going to see it as it progresses, bro. We just have to wait and see.
Can I add something real quick, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So I think I keep seeing these comparisons of Mixer and Kick. I think there's a big, major difference between the two, okay? Mixer had no understanding, and it seems to be the same case with Twitch's current higher-ups as well. They have no understanding of what keeps Twitch going. They have this weird understanding that it's the huge streamers that just sit there passively with large audiences that don't actually have a community, don't have any voice, no leadership, right? Mixer picked up two streamers that are very, very talented, very great at the games they play, the respective games they play, and, they built empires. They're very successful, and,
I heard of them.
Kudos to them for that. But
Chat, how you like a Kick so far, chat?
Streamers like that, and picking up streamers who are controlling the underground, who have connections in the underground, who understand how the lifeblood and the foundations of Twitch work, and what streamers hold up each section of each respective platform, right? That's where Mixer went wrong. Mixer chose people who on paper look good, but when it comes down to the entire infrastructure of Twitch, there is no correlation or connection whatsoever with those people's streams and the entirety of the Twitch foundational infrastructure that keeps everything going. My understanding of that is the difference between Mixer and Kick, right? And you can see that for Mixer. When Mixer came out and these people signed it, did we see any movements? Did we see any conversions of other streamers? No. When Kick came out, we saw instant conversions, right? Because we weren't just we weren't just trying to get Adin Ross, 100K viewer streamer. We were fixing actual issues that Twitch has chosen to neglect and be greedy in, right? They decided to keep certain splits and take those splits and give them to larger creators through contracts, right? The entire business model over there is fucked up and corrupt. And we've decided to fix that, attack that, and come out with something that's better for all creators. So I think there's a big difference between Kick and Mixer. Thank you.
I like that distinction. And to kind of hop on that real quick before we get back to Adin. So how well is Kick funded? Because you touched on a good point there, where Mixer, they didn't really offer too much for streamers besides an alternative, right? But Kick, at the very least, is offering 95-5 splits. You have made headlines.
Damn, y'all follow me on Kick?
Certainly so. I believe is it 100% of, correct me if I'm wrong here, 100% of donations or a high percentage of donations also go directly to streamer. So at least you're offering things that Mixer never in their wildest dreams could have offered. So how well funded is Kick to actually offer those things has been a concern by a lot of people.
My dog with the God motor with the 700 viewers. Thank you so much. 700 viewer host. Thank you.
I will answer that question, and then we'll move back to Adin.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think funding is relevant here, because Microsoft and Mixer were very, very well funded, right? So funding isn't the correct question here. The correct question is greed, right? Sub splits. So people are under this weird, this weird. What's what I'm looking for? They're under this weird like assumption that sub splits come from the platform, that we lose something for that, right? That we're giving money from that. No. Sub revenue is something, it's a win-win. The creator comes to a platform and he or she or they brings that subscriber revenue from their community, from other places.
Did he just
outside
say
the platform.
vague,
You
chat?
lose nothing for giving somebody a good split. That's just greed. Do you understand? A platform can run properly and at least at break even if you properly set up a plan where the CCVs you get from the streamers moving over, right, are proper.
This is a very topic. Yeah, that's why I'm just so locked and I'm not even talking. This some interesting shit about the platform. I ain't really
like transit or properly converted to toward advertisers and sponsors in the long run, right? So that's the better question. If you do it right, advertisers and sponsors will at least get you to the break even for allowing the streams to be running. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. I think it could be debated, but we don't have the.
Yeah.
We don't want to go stretch that on too long. Adin, you said I could ask just about anything, and I know that after the
What is he doing with his face? Stop taking this shit. Like a punk. Stop it.
instance this past week, a random thread was started on Twitter
I know he not doing the
about
kissy
a
face
guy
on
who
purpose.
said he was your half brother. Miller Ross, correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, if you don't want to speak on this, you don't.
Bro, that is obviously fake, bro. Why do you give into that? Why do you give into that? But you won't even say Adin Ross gave a camera guy a lens or something. Well, I'm just saying. Why speak on that, bro? Go ahead.
I never covered it. I reached out to the guy, and he kind of gave me some interesting responses back, and he reassured me that you were actually going to talk about this on stream. I will say that the dude had an accredited job that he, on his Twitter account, everything, that he pretty much put at risk, if what you're saying is true, is that he's not your real, is he in no relation at all to you?
Dude, no relation at all. No.
So you're telling this.
Don't you think they would? Don't you think that probably would have been known already?
Okay, if that is true, you're telling me this freaking weirdo just made up this entire story about
Yes.
this
Yes. Do we not understand how weird these people?
back?
Yes.
Okay, so I've been in DMs with him. So if he ever sends me any proof, we can come back to this point then?
Yes. If he sends you a family photo and he can name all my family members and he can name certain childhood shit, then sure. But no, bro, don't give into that stupid ass shit, bro. Come on.
And I
Come
never
on, Jake.
covered it, but it obviously was talked
That
about a
shouldn't
lot.
even
You
be
reported
covered.
it publicly.
And Dexterno tweeted that out, bro. I don't know if you guys work together or not, bro. That come on, bro. We gotta be better than that, bro.
Well, we come from the same vein, so I can't knock them, and obviously I get my knocks too, right? You could hate on me because I almost did cover it. So, but I'm just curious if you had a response to that, because I know you called it fake.
Yeah. My response
if
to
that is
that,
fake, that's weird as frick.
it is as fuck. You could say weird as fuck. You're on kick. You could say that.
I'm good.
Say it out loud.
I can't.
You because you're why? Because you're censored.
I'm a plant. Can you give me the answer? What, you got an explanation for this?
Say what, Adin?
He can't say fuck.
Guys,
I love
we're not
it.
here to focus. We're not here to
You
focus. on
can't
this.
say fuck, bro.
I love
Say
this,
fuck.
Train. I love this. Fuck. You really can't say fuck?
All right, say this.
Yo, they really
Say-
got you fucking tied up
Listen.
like this?
All right, say this then. Say it in this context. Instead of saying, okay, go with me. Jake Lucky, Jake Sucky, Jake Fucky. Say
That
it.
you could do, right?
You can do that.
Jake Lucky, Jake Sucky, Jake Frick.
Okay, fair. Go ahead.
Damn, bro.
That
Give me an
nigga.
answer, Adin. Give me an answer.
That nigga is censored.
Come on. So is that,
I just
is
told
that
you.
your
No, I just told you. That's my response.
That's your
I don't
response?
have a brother. I think that person who did that is weird.
That is wild.
And it is true, bro. What do you mean if? It is
I know.
not
I
right.
was gonna say. I'm
Come
just gonna
on,
say. It's
bro.
sad that I had to say if true. I just wanted to.
You know, if
clarify.
Twitter wasn't a thing and the social media thing weren't a thing, Jake, I really feel like you and I could conversate and get along. But the thing is, thank you, Trey.
He's afraid of getting canceled. He's afraid of what people might say about him. He want to be loved by everyone, which everybody wants. Loved by everyone, bro. But when it cost you your freedom, bro, gotta man up.
I really think that this shit really got you fucked up, bro. I get it, it's your job, I understand, bro, but it's like, you can't even say the word fuck. Think about that.
Aiden,
Tell me, can I say one thing?
To be fair, wait, Aiden.
Can I just say one thing? Behind closed doors, do you say fuck? You don't have to.
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah, off camera in real life.
This is a different story for a different time. No, I don't. But it's just
Okay, that's different. Then if you don't curse on a regular, then that's different.
whatever.
If he doesn't, then that's fair if he doesn't want to say it, right?
Yeah.
But if he does, then
Guys, this is not a big. Why are we talking about this? Like what?
Because it's fucking important. Fucking important. Keyword fucking.
Fuck it,
Can
boy.
I move on?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this real quick, actually. No, let me ask him this.
This nigga Tory funny, bro.
Do you like pussy?
I'm just here to interview Adin.
But I'm saying, do you like pussy though? I'm gonna ask you some questions.
What?
Do you like pussy?
I love pussy.
I love pussy too, Train. Does he like pussy?
Well, if you like dick, that's okay too.
Yeah, we're
like dick is okay. But I say if you gay, you gay. Fuck it.
cool
We're
with
not
that.
trying to assume. We're not trying to assume that you love pussy.
Yeah, I don't
We're
wanna
just
assume it.
Well, I guess we are assuming, but you could like dick. That's fine too. Or you
Yeah.
could like neither. But we're just kind of asking: is it a neither? Is it a dick? Is it a pussy? Is this uncomfortable for you? If it is, then give us an answer.
Are you uncomfortable?
No,
Are
I
you
feel
uncomfortable?
great.
Oh, so what? Answer the question. Pussy or penis? I mean, pussy or penis?
No. I wouldn't say pussy or penis. That's not fair. Pussy.
Okay.
Do you like pussy? It could be a yes or no.
Yeah, just
Let's
answer
leave it
yes
at
or
that.
no.
He might not want to. If he likes, you know what? Don't answer. Let's move on.
Train. He's gonna lose his sponsors if he answers. Let's just,
You gotta lose
come
his
on.
sponsors if he answers.
Go ahead. Next question.
Adin,
Yes.
how old do you think your average viewer is?
I don't know. Chat, how old are you guys?
I'll
Let's
say
see,
his
we're gonna
average
troll
viewer
now
around like
because I asked
16.
it like that. I would honestly say, bro, above the age of
I'll say 6.
16, 17 up.
Yeah.
I would say the
I'll
average
say
is
that.
probably in the 20s, like 20-ish, 21, 22. Probably.
20s?
I believe so, yes. Train, you don't think so?
Lawyer? Has something to say?
You don't think so?
Well, I'm
I
his
think
lawyer.
we're growing up.
Technically,
I think,
it
bro.
can't be proven because people could lie about their age or whatever the hell.
Right.
So we can't say. But let's just say my
Train.
community is
Train.
in the average of 20s,
Train.
mid 20s. So
Everyone-
I don't know if
Train, everyone, let me just say one thing. Everyone that I have in Discord, always for talent shows and stuff, they're all over 18 every single time. I drag random people every time. I might get one 14, 15-year-old that get disconnected like that. My viewers have been,
He said with his wrist like that.
they're older now than they were a year or two ago. So,
Okay, I believe that.
not really. They're growing up.
Awesome. It's I guess now that I'm thinking about it, right? Like obviously that can become a clip, and it's like majority of streamers probably have a close age gap within a few.
That's
years.
not true. I think Speed has the youngest fan base out of me, Kai, and Speed, and Bruce, and your age and stuff. And
Speed
Jenny,
definitely
I think
does.
Speed
I
is the
agree.
youngest for sure.
I agree.
I don't know.
That's a fair statement, I think.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, bro, I believe that people.
I do think most streamers have a young audience.
I think
I don't
it tailors towards young. That's
I would say mine is honestly.
I don't-
I would say mine is getting older though. I'm telling you, I don't have a lot of young people watching me anymore.
I think the important thing is this.
Because he not acting gay no more.
Like whether they are or aren't, I think the better question is the content that you're putting out, are you trying to cater toward younger
yeah.
people, or are you
Yeah.
trying to cater toward your own age group, right?
It-
That's the better question in my opinion. Because
I would say my own age group, bro. I've been doing things that like I don't know, bro. I've been doing things that like people have lately, not like my own community has not been liking lately, and they know that my core has not been fucked with the content I've been put out lately, like podcasting and talk about certain things and all these topics. I'm trying to really cater towards more of the older people, the people that are more mature and grown. That's just what I've been on. I like doing that more, and it's something I like enjoy more putting out. So.
I guess what I was getting at was, do you feel responsibility, like knowing that at least part of your audience, I think some might argue a big part of your audience is younger than you. Do you ever feel like a responsibility? And that's a great question from Train too. Like, not that you're
Yeah, of
catering
course.
towards them or your own, but do you ever feel a responsibility of what you're putting out there? Then, like that can influence a lot of people, a lot of impressionable people.
For sure, bro. I've learned throughout my career of certain stuff that I've done and certain things. But I think I think it's the parents' fault if if they're not of age to be able to be influenced and stuff. I really do look at the parents. I mean, on my stream, whenever I'm doing certain things that require a certain age, I'm always putting 18 plus and stuff. I kind of already answered this question though. We already talked about it earlier. But yeah,
You have an answer?
I mean, that's what I said. We talked about parents train. I remember you spoke on it.
Yeah, I think what falls on the streamer is I think one of the only responsibilities that falls on the streamer is to always be transparent, to not mislead, right? So, those kind of things are important, right? So let's say for gambling, for example, right? For me, I've always been known to have an older, one of the oldest actually demographics on all of Twitch, and I'm sure on Kick as well. But still, I think it's the streamer's responsibility to not mislead, not sell a false reality, right? To be transparent about all these things. That's what falls on the responsibility of the streamer. As far as who's watching, I think that falls on the responsibility of the parents.
Thank you,
Understand?
Trey.
Like, because we get into a real slippery slope once we start saying, oh, well, there's a 12-year-old watching. So where do we stop that, Jake? Like, do we stop it at politics, at, a hot tub streamer? At, like, where does the line get drawn? Because the problem is, if we set a standard for one thing, right, damn well the next thing comes up, then the next thing, then the next thing we're on a platform where you can only sit there and read fucking church sermon, right? Like, and even then, it'll be like, wait a second, I don't want my 12-year-old watching a Christianity video. What if my 12-year-old's Muslim? What if my 12-year-old is, something else? So, like, where does it end? There has to be something where the parents take responsibility of how they raise their kid. On top of that, I remember the shit that I saw when I was younger. This idea that because I see Adin doing something, I'm going to become that person. It is just such bullshit. It's virtue signaling trash from creators who are trying to hold back other creators that don't fit their mold and aren't giving them a piece. Because realistically, bro, the responsibility is in the parent to raise their kid right. So if the kid sees something, they can make their own decisions once they're old enough. The shit that I saw, if I turned out based on what I saw when I was 14 years old, right? Bro, God knows what the fuck I'd be.
But that is a good point, bro. They just automatically assume to watch it, which is that's
my parents raised me right, so I gathered everything I witnessed, everything I saw, and I made my own decisions when I became old enough. So this idea that if someone watches Adin at 12, they're going to become this fucking crazy extremist villain at fucking 22. It is bullshit.
Yeah,
it is such bullshit.
And I want to add on, Trey, thank you for that. I want to add on, what about rappers that rap about fucking bitches and selling drugs and shit? When I was 14, when I was 12, I had a PSP and I listened to Get Rich or Die Trying and Eminem all the fucking time, all day. I didn't become a drug dealer and do drugs and hate my mom like in cleaning out my closet, Eminem said. And I didn't do all these things. And look at Ice Spice and Cardi B and all these rappers talk about, look at my fat ass. Oh my God, I'm gonna stand to this pole naked. And oh my God, look at my ass. Oh my God, fuck me. Oh my God.
Lil Nas X fucking making love with the devil and shit.
I'm gonna fuck you and then rob you and then, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, so it's the same thing. Hold people responsible if you're going to on all levels, not just this.
You should start saying frick more. I think you'd enjoy it. I think it might catch with you.
I'm good off that. I'm a realist. I'm me. I'm authentic. I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want.
Yes,
like there's two
sir.
genders, Mr. Lucky.
Yes, sir.
I think the devil's advocate
Only two genders I've been
to all that, and the counter that that your lawyer has been this whole time would be that when it comes to streamers, a lot of these kids are watching their favorite streamers for 4, 6, 8 hours a day. They're watching you every single day as opposed to just one music video. So I think it's fair to say that they're impressionable to the point where your humor, maybe your lifestyle, maybe all these.
So you think just because Adin showed a 15-second front page of a porn website that kids just want to become, they just want to watch porn? That's very, very, very.
Things that you do might have greater influence on these kids than a rapper would. You have greater influence.
Want to hear the base take?
Let's go.
I'll give you a based response to that. In my opinion, it's based and it's way ahead of this time. If you want to get to the real damaging shit mentally and psychologically, I think this idea that we've perpetuated in the streaming world that we are role models, we need to act perfect and robotic, causes far more psychological damage and trauma, because we look at these streamers, especially younger impressionable audiences, and say, wait a second, I'm not that. I have these feelings. These feelings aren't normal because this person doesn't have them. Oh, this person's perfect. This person doesn't cuss, doesn't do this, doesn't do this, doesn't do that. And suddenly people start not liking themselves. They start,
bro, this nigga Train is a fucking demon. This nigga's a fucking demon, bro. I don't think y'all heard what he said, bro. He basically saying, wouldn't it be worse on the kids if they seen somebody acting robotic, censoring themselves, not being humane versus a a streamer that's bro. That's nah. Buddy, I need to hear that again. Nigga
Wait a
Train is a
second, I'm
demon.
not that. I have these feelings. These feelings aren't normal because this person doesn't have them. Oh, this person's perfect. This person doesn't cuss, doesn't do this, doesn't do this, doesn't do that. And suddenly people start not liking themselves. They start hating themselves because they think that is what a human should be. But in reality, that is not what a human
Oh
should
my
be.
god, that's fire.
These perfect robotic showings of streamers lead to sadness, misery. This is why those streamers are miserable and sad all the time. They don't stream. They take
But they can't stay true to themselves.
month breaks at a time, 4 hours a month streaming.
And
it is fucking.
And they're
I'm
on.
telling you,
There's nothing wrong with it. But they're on a lot. You know, they're on antidepressants and they do things to numb their pain and stuff. And look, there's nothing wrong. I have family members that are on that too. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't go to those areas, bro. But
I'm not attacking it. All I'm saying is this.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
I'm not. But Trainer, what I was gonna say was, you know, let's not try to idolize everyone. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just it's setting a standard to idolize streamers when reality, bro, we're really fucked up. You know, I'm not a normal person. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, but you have to be careful of using that to rationalize and justify stupid behavior, right? At the end of the day, like, you can't say I'm fucked up and then go do fucked up shit and say, oh, well, I'm human, right? So there's two sides to it. There has to be a happy medium.
Ada should let Train just spit fire right there. He just Train just made this, bro. Train made this nigga look good. He put himself right back.
Between the two, right? I do think the extreme ideology of these sponsors that sponsor streamers that are perfect robotics, smile on their face all the time.
Wait,
they don't
chat,
say
did
fuck,
I
they don't
just
say
sell
shit.
Nick 830.
They don't ever do anything with their friends. They're always like, hey, how are you? Are you having a good day? Yes, I am. That is not human. That is not realistic.
Pokemon.
It's setting a standard that no human will ever meet. And people, I think that causes more psychological damage and trauma than Adin pulling up a fucking Pornhub site on the fucking page. And I don't see any coverage on that. Why? Because we're not there as a society to see that damage yet. Because that damage, it's not something you can see. That happens behind the scenes. There's no actual data on that. It's
This
something
nigga's a demon,
you know what's
bro.
happening from experience yourself in real life when you're reviewing that kind of shit, right? I think we should get to a time where sponsors say, you know what? Let's, maybe we don't sponsor someone that's extreme and says crazy shit all the time, but should we really push out this idea that human beings are this perfect robotic thing? Like, think about like what that is saying to younger people who are, by the way, at their most vulnerable when it comes to self-identity. And you could use that argument and say, oh, well, they're impressionable. They're watching Adin do this. That's when it comes down to parents, though, right? That's when it moves. That's the line where I believe it moves to parents to properly raise their child, know what they're doing at all times. And obviously we can go further down to this argument, at another time. But it's a very lengthy one. It's going to take like 2-3 hours.
This nigga Train is a demon, bro. This nigga's fried this big hole. That was a good point that I never even thought of. Wow. They watching this. If the impressionable kids watching the like streamers like him, if he is a streamer, like, yeah, don't curse. Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, I'm always doing good. Blah blah blah. It's perfect. Like, then it makes the kid think that that there is such thing as a perfect human and it's inhumane, But it's more, it's better for a stream. I mean, kids or people, younger artists, impressionable, whatever. See a streamer that's more human and not robotic and not following a script. Somebody's told this nigga the fucking demon. Oh my! Why nobody told me? Hold on. You gotta kick. Nigga just gained a subscriber just off that. Nigga definitely like Aiden younger brother. Oh yeah, and by the way, you also forgot that that it's cool for Logan Paul to say he's a fuck sin and that believing in God is silly, but he get to keep it and all his platform. Of course he get to keep his deals with Prime and he get to keep his deals with UFC and all this extra shit, bro. For the real world, folks. I watched. That's what I'm talking. Why y'all never told me about Train? That's y'all never. Nobody never. All right, bro. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, bro. I'm looking. I like, subscribe, bro. I see y'all. I'm gonna see y'all. I forgot every day. Y'all tired of seeing me? Ah,